My name is Anastasia, or Stacy. You might know me. And today I'm going to talk to you about what I did this past summer. It'll be a little bit about Chicago, some nationwide modeling that I did, and then other extracurricular activities that I took part in. So yeah, as a brief overview, as a reintroduction to the kind of questions that I research, is I am looking at air quality, and specifically where and why do air quality hotspots form. We know that there are unequal health outcomes associated with air pollution hotspots, but because of sensor coverage, because of the kind of technologies that we have, it's really actually difficult to find where these pollutant hotspots are. So I look to answer these questions using chemical transport modeling, using satellite data, and then using various sensors. So here is Cook County, and these are some baseline values from August of 2018, where I've got nitrogen dioxide, ozone, and particulate matter, which are all health hazardous pollutants. Nitrogen dioxide and ozone kind of have an opposite relationship with each other because ozone is titrated by nitrogen dioxide, and ozone is a really nasty chemical that is formed through secondary processes, meaning that we don't just emit ozone, it kind of forms in our atmosphere. And it's one of the pollutants that in the United States, we have trouble with trying to tamp down because of the fact that you can't just turn off one emission source. It's kind of like a group kind of like additives into making this pollutant. But yeah, and from this baseline modeling study, you can really see the fact that like nitrogen dioxide is pooling around where we have our highways. Ozone is kind of everywhere we don't have highways. Particulate matter, you really see like around the loop, and then as well as by Midway Airport. So you can go to the next slide. So one of the projects that I did this summer was with University of Chicago, and it was part of the Ideas Citizen Science Project, where I took purple air sensors, which are these low-cost sensors that provide additional ground-based information on particulate matter. For reference, EPA stations are like our gold standard of air quality monitoring, but in the United States, only about 38% of counties actually report a value for particulate matter. Nevertheless, having more than one sensor of particulate matter within a county. So here again, I have Cook County, just to keep things clean. And over here, you can see the particulate matter from EPA. We've only got like a couple sensors across Cook County, which is actually better because most of the United States is not monitored. And you can see that it's pretty homogeneous. The EPA sensors are purposefully placed in that way. And then we've also got particulate matter with purple air. You see more spatial heterogeneity. That's good to know. I combine them all together and you can really see that there's a hot spot happening where there's a lot of traffic, a lot of pollution in the center city. The next one. And then I also did a Chicago study with one of our undergrads where I looked at what happens when you electrify vehicles. So we're moving past, okay. I'll just quickly wrap up. We're moving past just looking at what does air quality look like, what happens when we try to implement plans that alleviate air quality. And then you can do this. And then I also set up a 4-kilometer air quality study. And here's a GIF of it. So I'll take questions.